Now, this microspore tetrad splits and forms spore applied microspores or pollen grains. This pollen grain has its own plasma membrane, and outer to this plasma membrane is presented two layers. One is inner layer and one is outer layer. The inner layer is known as the intane, and this intane is made up of a cellulose and pectin. And the outer layer is known as the exane. This exane is known as the sporopollenin. This sporopollenin is the most resistant factor on the living world. This sporopollenin is formed by the tapetum. At the some places of this exane is object known as the germ pore, and this is the place from where the male gamete comes out. This pollen grain undergoes post meiotic division, but this meiotic division the post karyokinesis takes place. Means the nucleus divide, but the cytoplasm won't separate. Only nucleus divides and forms the two nuclei. After some time, this undergoes cytokinesis. Now this cytoplasm distribution takes place to this nuclei, and this distribution of cytoplasm is of unequal type. Partial distribution of cytoplasm takes place. One nuclei will take large number of cytoplasm and known as the vegetative cell or tube cell, and another nuclei will take the less cytoplasm, and this nuclei is known as the generative cell. Initially this generative cell is towards the lower side, and after some time it comes towards the upper side and forms a spindle like shaped. Now this pollen grain by the external agent falls on the female reproductive organ pistil. On the tip of the pistil there is a stigma. On this stigma this pollen grain will be formed and the fertilization takes place. And this is the two-stellate stage, and in more than 60% of angiosperms this two-stellate stage of pollen grain will transform onto the stigma of the female reproductive organ and fertilization takes place. But in less than 40% of angiosperms this generative cell will divide further and form another cell. Total 3 cells are formed, and this three-celled stage will fall on the female reproductive organ. Pollen grains are edible and are nutritive in layer, and these pollen grains are also used in the form of tablets or syrups. The study of pollen grains is known as the palynology.